Hey guys, this is Off Topic Games with a deck profile on Shadow Paladin.
So in Shadow Paladins, I'm playing the Revenger version. Diablo is very explosive, but I like the consistency of Revengers. So for our starter, we use David. This also isn't Raging Form. I didn't like Raging Form. I thought it was a little too gimmicky for my taste. It didn't work a lot. And overall, I just like the consistency of the deck. So we use David because David's just a good starter. And I mean, it doesn't matter. Your starter gets retired most of the time these days. So yeah, that. Then we run 10 crit because I don't know, crits are super powerful in the deck. I was playing 4 draw before and I didn't like it. I ended up drawing when I needed to crit and it just wasn't working for me. But we still do run 2 draw just because hitting them in damage is like pretty important. Next we run 4 heals because everybody should run 4 heals. G Guardians, Mage heals, probably the best trigger in the game. They're already the best trigger in the game, but now they became even better. And then going into our grade 1 lineup, we run 4 Karma Collector, because Karma Collector, unflipping in the deck is really powerful. Like, you need to unflip in the deck in order to get a lot of effects to work, because the deck's very counterblast heavy. So we run it. We run Dorrant, 4 of it, because I think Dorrant is the best card for Revengers in the grade 1 slot at the moment. Very good card, unflips damage when you call Blast of Dark Revenger in front of it, or in the same column as it, sorry. Next we run 2 Charon. It's able to be used as 2 sacrifices for your cost. It's just a really good card in general. MVP of the grade 1 lineup, Darkheart Trumpeter. Don't want to run more than 2 because it's not a Revenger, but this is probably the best grade 1 in Shadow Paladins right now. Just being able to Soul Blast 1 tutor any grade 1 from your deck is super strong. Then we run 2 Shred Potters just because you don't always draw grade 3s. And it's just good to have more ways to shred. Especially when all your grade 3s are pretty important. Except for Mordred Phantom is kind of not as important. Then we run 4 Phantom Blaster, Blaster Dark Revenger Abyss. Really good card, good turn 2 play. Will always be a staple play from Vanguard. 4 of him because he's also a Legion mate. Thanks, Taylor. Yeah, Counterblast 1 retire, something in the back row, really strong, helps you get off your Diablo play. Next we run 4 Blaster Dark Revenger. Unflipping, yeah, shout out to our sponsors, YouTube ads. Play 4 Blaster Dark Revenger, Counterblast 2, retire something in the front row, but if you call it in front of, or if you call it in the same column as Dorrant, it costs 1 Counterblast less, or you unflip a damage. Or in some cases you can unflip 2 or retire for free. Next we play 2 Maka, good card when it attacks, Counterblast 1, search your deck for a grade 1, and superior call it, sorry, GB 1, and it has to be boosted. It's a pretty good card. Yeah, it's sad that it's not a Revenger. If it was a Revenger, we'd probably play like 4 of it. Next we play 1 Makart. I like Makart's ability to, like, when you break red over the Vanguard, or over your Mordred with PBA, you're able to get like an instant +2. Pretty good card. I like it. This is cuttable though. Like, if I ever had to cut something, this would probably be the thing I cut. Then we play 4 PBA, good card, good finisher, not as strong as it used to be, but it's still good. It has been out power creeped recently though, but you'll still run it, it's just too solid of a card not to run. Counterblast 2, when this card is in lead, or on the turn that this card legioned, and you attack the Vanguard, Counterblast 2, retire 3 of your things and restem. Next we run 3 Mordred, because he's a Revenger. That's pretty much all. Like, the only reason why you run him. Also, like, the break ride, like, isn't bad. Yeah, I can't really think of anything that I want to cut this for. I mean, I cut one obviously, but that's to play like Blaster Dark Diablo just as a one-off because it's searchable by Charon, and it's also like sometimes the being able to stride with a trigger from your hand is very useful, especially when you go into like Spectral Blaster Dragon. It's an okay card. I don't like it. Like, I don't think it's very, very good, but it's good enough to run as a one-of. Next we run 4 Phantom Blaster Diablos. Just how you win most of your games. You just cheese people out. Good card. Very, very good card. If any other clan had it in this game, like if any clan had this, they'd probably run it. It's just a pretty sick card. Next, I don't have 3, but I would run 3, is 3 Orgeizers. Sadly, I only have 2, but it's whatever. And then we play the one Doomed. Because Doomed is a good card and it's very good in certain matchups. I like it for Link Joker and stuff like that. Next we play 2 Spectral Blaster Diablo. It's another good solid card. Does damage. Then we play the 1 Madu in case we Legion. This is cuttable. It's debatable why I'm running it, but I like it personally. Next we play 1 Sabriz because we have nothing better to run, because the Fighters Collection Stride sucked. Then we play double Dismal because Dismal's a good card. Play 1 Sabriz. You could also play 2 Sabriz and 1 Dismal, or... Oh yeah, sorry, Screw, not Sabriz. You could play like 2 Screw, 1 Dismal. Or, you could also not run this card because it's god-awful, but I still run it. It's pretty terrible, honestly. You could ask me why I'm running it and I could literally not give you an answer. Yeah, this is probably just better being a...
I'm asking you why you're running it.
I don't know. No, this probably should be a Screw now that I think about it, but it's not like terrible, it's just terrible.
Good argument.
Yeah, that's the Revenger deck. Tough matchups. Anything in the top 3. Gear Chronicle's pretty hard. Sanctuary Guard's pretty hard. 7 Seas can be pretty hard. Anything with rear guards is pretty hard.
So wait, what?
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 No, Revengers just have really bad matchups now.
7 Seas is hard?
Sometimes it is. If they play it correctly, it can be a very hard matchup. But most of the time you can just Diablo them out if they don't like hit you too hard early. It's still kind of a hard matchup in my opinion. Maybe I was playing it wrong, but whatever. Yeah, that's the Revenger deck.